And here we are back again from our trip to Santiago de Cuba. And right now, next to me, I have John Birchler. John is the director of Mice and Men, and that's going to be at the Classic Theater Guild. And they're performing at a new location, actually. Or is it a new?
It's been used before.
You've been used that before.
Yeah.
Because I know you used the Fenimore Gallery at one time. And now you're at Beth Israel, I believe.
Congregation Beth Israel.
Yeah. And that's on Parkway?
2195 Eastern Parkway.
Eastern Parkway. Okay, good. So tell us about the play for those who have never read John Steinbeck. Who's that? Who didn't read? We're missing a person, aren't we?
Yeah, we are.
Ed Miller didn't show.
Right.
Okay, good. Because I'm counting here. So anyways, tell us about your cast.
Well,
and where they play, their position is in the play.
Sure. This is Shauna Munson. She's
Hi,
playing
Shauna.
the boss. The boss is supposed to be male, but we've cast a female
Why
to play
not?
the boss.
Yeah.
And Alan Angelo is playing Carlson, one of the ranch hands.
Okay. You had your hat on there. You're a ranch hand. Okay.
Bill Wilday is playing Wit, another ranch hand.
Okay.
And Joe Bruton is playing George.
And you're playing George. Okay. What a great part that is.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
Yeah. So tell me about, what's the story for those who haven't read John Steinbeck? I think it was required reading, I think.
Doesn't mean everybody read it.
Yeah, that's
I was an English teacher.
They use the Cliff Notes, right?
The story's about George and Lenny, two companions. I don't know how else to describe them. Friends might be a little bit of a stretch, but there's a strong relationship between them.
Strong.
George is the more intelligent of the two. Lenny is severely
slow.
I don't want to say retarded. It's really not the right
slower,
word. He's
yeah.
much slower. And there's an ongoing conflict on George's part. Probably should let him talk about this, but in that he really likes Lenny and wants to take care of him, but he's often really frustrated with Lenny, and maybe should let him
George, why don't you
comment.
tell us about that?
Yes.
His name is not George, it's William, right?
It's a very difficult beginning because George starts off very frustrated with Lenny and the difficulties that he has with him, and he blows up at him in the first scene.
Yeah.
He's at the
Due to
height-
frustration.
Due to frustration and dealing with Lenny's difficulties. But hopefully the closeness of the characters come through, and you realize it's frustration, but it's also a sense of love and responsibility.
Right. It's such a poignant story. We have a couple of ranch hands. What do the ranch hands do?
Well, they deal with the horses and whatever crops are necessary, the hay and things like that, and the upkeep of the barn and the other
And their
buildings which we don't
relationship
see.
to Lenny and George.
They're kind of tangential. I mean, they are integrated into the storyline, but they don't really deal very much with George and Lenny because
Okay.
they've got other things they
They've
need
got
to
other
do.
things they're doing.
Yeah, but they obviously have to be in contact with George and Lenny because why else would they be
Who's playing
on
Lenny?
stage? Dan Martin.
Okay. And how long has he been acting? Is he a seasoned actor?
He's been acting a long time.
Okay.
I know back from about 18, 20 years ago, he was in the Crucible at Schenectady Civic. Before that, I don't
That's
know.
wonderful.
Yeah.
The reason I ask is because I am going to go around and ask people how long, and I wanted to address him first. So, George, how long have you been? George.
Joe.
William.
Joe.
Joe.
Yes, Joe.
Joe, I'm sorry. How long have you been?
Since 8th grade, so that would be 13.
I find it as I hear this, that once
13
it's in
years.
your blood, it's in your blood.
Yes, it is. Yeah, you get hooked on it, and you might divorce yourself from it, but you always
It's
seem to
always
come
going to
back.
come back. And
Yes.
how about you? You could hint, Beth.
I'm the newbie. I've
Really?
only been around for like 3 years. So I've
You
been
have
around.
never acted before, and now you've dropped your feet into the water.
I was 67 years old before I stepped foot on any stage for any reason.
Good for you.
But I love it. I've read the best thing about acting and getting into community theater is the friends you make.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
You become a family.
Yes.
Yeah.
You do become a family with every production that you do.
Yep.
And Alan, I know you've been around a long time. I shouldn't say that, but I mean, you've been around a while.
Well, this is
better.
my 123rd production.
Oh my gosh,
And,
123.
I'll be 67 March 5th,
Okay.
and I've been doing acting since I was 30, so it'll be 37 years. My character is Carlson. Steinbeck has a lot of foreshadowing. I'm the character, the SOB, that goes out and shoots the dog. That foreshadows.
You're the guy.
I'm the guy. And that
Doggone.
foreshadows George shooting Lenny.
We have a theme with dogs here today. I don't know. This is not good.
The characters, the range hands are in difficult positions. The depression, life is simpler,
Right.
but they're survivors. But even though they're not highly educated, they are intelligent, and there's a certain dignity to them, even though they're poor.
Okay. Sean, how about you?
I was in my first little play when I was 8 years old, and I will be 48 on Sunday, so 40 years.
You love the stage as well.
Absolutely.
And I know that John has been involved a long time with theater. John, how big is your cast?
10.
10. Oh, that's a good sized cast.
Yeah.
Yeah. And are you ready to go? And when does the play start?
Play opens Thursday of next week. It's the 8th.
Okay. And
Are
it
we ready to
runs-
go? We're not. We're still working on the set. We're still getting to the point. We don't have lights or sound effects in place yet. We will soon. We're not completely off book yet. We're working on that.
That's tough.
I'm trying.
I did not point you out.
All you have to do is write it on your hand, and it just kind of like look like
He's got 8,000 lines.
I'll need a bigger hand.
8,000.
Not really.
No, I know, but I know he's got a lot of lines. Yeah. And all you need is the person that you're talking to give you the wrong feed line.
Right.
And then you're like, wait a minute, where am I? Because I've been on the stage, and I know that you're listen. And the worst is when you get repeating lines when they play the same lines like over and over, and then
Yeah.
you don't know where am I.
Correct, right. We've all been in productions where we've gone ahead and skipped a couple of pages, and you hear a whisper from the side, you gotta go back, here's a cue.
I know, go back, because that's integral to the part of the play. It's who committed the murder. That's the clue, and
Right.
you just skipped it. So, yeah, but it's fun, and I know that you all enjoy your acting, and I think it shows when you're on stage, all of you. So if you want to see the play, and it's a classic, bring your kids. Is it good for kids? I think so. I mean, high school and up, or middle
certainly,
school?
yeah. I'm not sure about elementary kids for this show. It's very heavy in places.
heavy, yeah.
And especially the ending.
I'm trying to remember when I read it, and it seems to me it was junior high.
Could be.
Yeah, junior high, I think I read it. I mean, and I've seen the play and I've seen the movie, it's just such a classic. Oh, wait, you're the Classic Theater Guild. Oh, I got it. So anyway, we want to just remind you, if you want to see it, the Classic Theater Guild, it's on March 8th through the 18th. It's at Beth Israel.
Congregation
Beth Israel. And that's on, did I say Park? You said
2195 Eastern Parkway.
Eastern Parkway. Oh, yeah, Parkway. It doesn't have Eastern in front of
I
it.
know.
That's it. Okay, I'll make sure I get that on there. And we will put this on Facebook. It's already on my website. Please check it out. Any of our guests, you'll get more information about them by doing that. So thank you all for being here.
Thank you.
Yeah, good.
Thank you.
We're going to take a quick break and break a leg, I guess.
Right.
Thank you.
All right.
Good. And we're going to then be talking to Richard Leverage. Stay tuned.